I'm Sensei Alex Kakuyo, regular contributor here at Buddhistdoor Global, and I'd like to welcome you to The Ordinary Buddhist. The title of today's talk is Adopting a Buddhist Worldview. But before I get into that, I'll remind you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. Also, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. What is the Buddhist worldview? What is the central tenet, the presupposition that we use to live a Buddhist life in accordance with Dharma principles? Is it compassion? Is it loving kindness? Different people will have different responses to this question, but I personally think the central tenet of a Buddhist worldview can be found in the First Noble Truth of Buddhism, which states, life is suffering. Now, this may seem harsh or pessimistic to some people, but we have to remember when Buddha gave this teaching, he did so in a very specific historical context. He was speaking to people who were only one crop failure or failed hunt away from starvation. Most of them had little to no recourse if someone wealthier or more powerful than themselves stole their goods. So for the people that Buddha was ministering to, life was suffering. And by stating as such, he was naming and validating their lived experience. He was creating a foundation upon which the rest of his teachings could be built. Now, we may say that worldview was fine 2,600 years ago, but that doesn't work today. Our lives aren't suffering. We have refrigerators and air conditioning and homes. Our lives are pretty good, and they are. But if we adopt what I call a consumerist worldview, meaning a worldview that says if we're attractive enough, if we're smart enough, if we're wealthy enough, then nothing should go wrong. That if we're suffering, then either we've done something badly or someone else has done something badly to us. Well, we suffer quite a bit in that state. Because what's happened is we've caused the good things in our lives to become normal, which means we take them for granted, and we focus instead on the negative things. So our life could be objectively good. We could be very wealthy, very attractive. We could have a loving family. But because we have this consumerist worldview, this Western mentality that things are supposed to be that way, that that's the natural state of affairs, we don't care. On the flip side, however, if we adopt a Buddhist worldview which states life is suffering, that suffering is the normal state of affairs, what happens? The suffering and difficulty in our lives becomes normal. It becomes acceptable. It becomes just a part of our day. And instead, we highlight the good parts of our lives. We highlight the parts that aren't difficult. Life is suffering, but I have a refrigerator full of food. Life is suffering, but I have a family who loves me. Life is suffering, but I have a job that allows me to pay my bills. So this Buddhist worldview is meant to cause us to appreciate the things in our life. And the First Noble Truth, instead of being a source of pessimism and harm in our life, becomes a source of gratitude. It becomes a reminder of how good we truly have it, which isn't to say it's perfect. Life, again, is suffering. And there are parts of life that are hard. But if we understand that is a normal thing for any human being to have, then we understand that we don't need to take those parts personally. And then when we stop taking them personally, we focus on the things that we can be grateful for, and our Buddhist worldview allows us to attain inner peace. Amitabha.